What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at the shop again working on the S14. So last week me and my buddy Dwayne built this paint booth out of 2x4s and some plastic tape from Home Depot. Got my buddy Dwayne over here working hard getting some parts ready for primer. And this is basically it. Put some new light fixtures in it because it is important to have good lighting when you're painting. And then this door is going to come open just a little bit, and I have this piece of wood here that's going to jam in the door, and we're going to put fans in it, and of course we're going to put filters on the other side to catch all the overspray. This way we have a controlled environment. That tarp's going to drop down, and it's going to be a controlled environment for no dust to settle on the primer and then eventually a paint job. So in the last episode you guys already seen me work on the engine bay. I finished off some fabrication inside of the car. We've already sanded it all down, ready for primer. One thing I have left that I completely forgot about is I have to make these brackets for the over fenders and the bumper. So on this episode, we're mainly going to be making those. And if we have time, we'll end up priming the interior of the car and get it ready for paint the following week. So whenever you're building a drift car, the back of the car is the part that usually gets damaged the most. Because you're drifting, the back of the car touches the wall, clipping point, whatever it is. So what you want to do is make the back of the car as collapsible as possible. What that means is don't create a solid structure that's going to shift the whole rear of the car over, and now you're going to look like an L-shaped car after you hit a wall because you just scraped it. So what you want to do is you want to make as thin as possible brackets, so in case you do collide a certain corner, then it collapses very easily and it creates minimal damage. So what I mean by that is this is my main structure of the car here, and it ends right here. This is considered to be the collapsible area of the car. We have plenty of room here in case I tap the wall or even collide kind of hard. The damage should stop here. This is connected straight to the rails of the vehicle. It has some reinforcements for the strut towers. The fuel cell sits here, and the radiator, I want that to be as safe as possible. So I'm going to use these little brackets, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to install these brackets like that here, so I could bolt the bumper down on the top here, and then I'm going to use the same style brackets here to support my quarter panels and my bumper from falling off. This way, if I tap this will bend very easily, and it could be very quickly replaced afterwards, and then the bumper just flies off, and we don't have any damage that transitions into the back of the car here. So I got the bumper set up on some tires. I used whatever resources I have here at the shop to make the fitment as good as possible before I start making the brackets for it. This way I do it once and I'm done with it. I'm kind of excited to see this car all back together because it has been way too long. I mean, I got it out on the track last year in November, but the rear bumper wasn't on because I didn't have these brackets done, so it was like unfinished look. So I'm excited to see it complete and painted. so I pretty much got the structure in place. Put on these little bars here, then I had to make a Y coming out here as well so I could support the bumper here and here. Otherwise it would start to slack here a little bit and we'll start messing with this gap here way too much. I'm still using the tires right now because I haven't made the actual end plates here because I don't want to drill the holes right now. I kind of want to put the suspension back on the car first to finalize the fitment because all of this is fiberglass and I feel like it's kind of uneven. So once I have the suspension back in and the wheels properly spaced out, I'll be able to finalize these brackets a little bit better. I'll trim them down if I have to, then I'll put the end plates on, bolt everything together. This one here is already bolted on. That's pretty much self-explanatory. That supports the center of the car, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Now it's time to disassemble everything, finish up all the welds, sand it down, and get going on the primer.